That's Mike. What's up, guys? Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to continue our discussion about Revit Electrical. So for this one, we are going to talk about again creating circuits. So this is actually a review on how to create a circuit in Revit. Okay. So from our last exercise, we already have here our uh, floor plan, our model, and then we already inserted our receptacle, and then we already have our equipment, right? So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect our receptacle to our panel. So if you still remember last time on our previous exercise, we inserted our PP-1, and then we also inserted our LP1, our lighting panel here, and then there's our power panel. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect our duplex receptacle to our power panel. So we are going to create a circuit. Okay, so before I start, I would like to give credit to Mr. Eric Wing. So this is where I learned this topic from him, this particular topic. So thank you for teaching. All right, so let's get started. So before I create the circuit, I'm going to right click at the blank space and then open up the browser here. I'm going to open the system browser. So system browser is really useful because from here on our circuit browser or system browser, this is where you can see all of the elements that is already part of the system. Okay, so you have mechanical, piping, and electrical. So if the element is not yet part of the system, it will be automatically assigned to an assigned system. But once you create a system, it will be added to either mechanical or piping or electrical. In our case, when we create a circuit, it will be added to our electrical here. So system browser is really useful if you want to monitor the systems in your project. All right, so let's get started. So let's say, for example, this Office 101 here, I'm going to create a circuit for this. So I'm going to connect that to my panel here. So to do that, so I'm going to select one of the receptacle. So I'm going to select that. And then as you can see from the system browser, the unassigned system here highlights, right? So if you're going to expand that, you'll be able to see that the receptacle is obviously inside the electrical, and then it's on the power, and then you can dig that one. When you click, you'll be able to see that particular receptacle, right? So it's under the unassigned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and then from this create systems, so there's the power here. So it creates a power circuit for the selected electrical device. So I'm going to select this. Okay, so as you can see, it's now part of the electrical here. So it's now under the electrical system. So I now have here one system. Okay, that one. There you go. Okay, so now I'm just going to open up my properties here. So there's my properties. Okay, so I'm just going to change the name of my load here. So instead of receptacle Office 101, I'm just going to change that to Office 101. Okay, so Office 101. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign this to a panel. Okay, so to do that, while the element is still selected from the Systems tool or from the System tools, I'm going to select your Edit Circuit. Select Edit Circuit, and then Add to Circuit is automatically selected. So what I want to do is I want to include the other two receptacle here on my circuit. Okay, and then I now have elements here, three elements here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select panel. I'm going to select panel. And then I'm going to select now the panel that I want to assign. So I'm going to click that and then take note of this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to select this. And there you go. So it's now assigned to PP-1. And then take note of your system browser. So as you can see, I now have here this receptacle assigned to my PP-1. Okay, and then I'll just finish circuit. And then as you can see, I now have three the receptacles here under the PP-1 panel. Okay, so that is what I'm gonna do on my other elements here. Like for example, here on my MENS 104, so I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to select power, and then I'm going to select edit circuit. Add to circuit is selected, so I'm going to select the other one to be added. So I click that, there you go. And then panel PP-1 is already selected, so I'm now going to select here finish. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna change here the circuit name. So I click this. So if you want to highlight the circuit that you just created is, let's say for example, I want to see the circuit of my two receptacle here. I'm going to hover my pointer and then press tab and then click. Okay, and then I'm just going to change here the load name. Okay, so for example, this will gonna be my MENS 104. MENS 104. Okay, and that is what I'm gonna do as well here on the office. So I'm just going to do it quickly. Select power, edit circuit, make sure PP-1 is selected. So let's select, and then change the name here to Office 103 circuit. There you go, and then finish. Else. Okay, so let's say for example here on the corridor, so I want to put another receptacle somewhere here. So I click this, right click, oops, sorry. Click, right click, create similar. So let's say I'm gonna put one here, I'm gonna put one here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to select one, power, edit circuit, and then let us select the elements that we want to be included to the circuit. Then PP-1, finish. There you go. So basically, that's how you create the circuit in Revit MEP. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you the schedule, the panel schedule. So I'm going to click this. So I'm going to create a panel schedule here. So from the electrical, here you can see create panel schedule. So I'm going to select use default template. So just click that one and then it will now open your panel schedule. So as you can see, these are now my uh, circuit. Okay, so from buses A, B, C. Okay, and then probably I'll just change this one to, I'll just call this corridor. Okay, and then you can also select here rebalance loads. So it rebalances the loads on panel schedule. This tool redistributes loads to make the load as equal as possible on each phase. I'm going to select rebalance loads. So just click that one. And then as you can see, all right, so passes from A, B to C. So basically it rebalances the loads distribution. Okay. All right. And aside from that, your system browser is useful also. So you can see there all the circuit that you have created. And then you can dig in. You can expand that. You can click, right click, and then you can select show if you want to zoom into that particular element, right? Okay, so there you go. So it's a very quick one. It's not that difficult to create a circuit as long as you already have the electrical fixture and then your electrical equipment. So the next thing that you need to do is to create a circuit. So on our next topic, I'm going to show you how to insert lighting fixtures in your project. Okay, so once again, If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.